feels like an S14 day to day.
It does. It does.
With a little extra.
With a twist of cross applicability.
Yeah, that's what we like. Yeah.
All right, so we got a good video here today, focusing, I would say 98% on S14s, which I'm a big fan of the S14.
Oh, I love the S14. I think it's a great car.
I'm surprised we don't see more of them.
Yeah, there's a decent amount around. It seems like, I don't know what the deal is with that. We definitely I see S13s all the time driving around Olympia.
Yep.
But yeah, if you go to a car meet or a show up north, there'd be tons of S14s.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah. So this week, Tom, what kind of spurred this idea of this video for the S14 is that Tom came up with a couple new old stock parts that are discontinued. Look in the description of the video. I have a link to our new old stock section on our website. That section has got quite a bit of things on there for the S14. It's got more S14 parts than anything else, and those are all parts that are discontinued. Nissan doesn't have them. No one has them. We have them. We got the last of the last, and they're sitting here waiting for somebody to grab up. If you're an S14 aficionado, snag them up. But you've got a couple hoses here.
Yeah. So first up is a low pressure power steering hose. This is one of one. It's the last of the last.
Yeah.
So jump on that.
That's for cars with Hicus steering.
Cars.
So if you got rear wheel steering, this is obviously an oddball hose. You're probably not going to find that at a parts store.
No. Get it before you need it. That's my advice when it comes to one of one.
Yeah.
All right. Up next we have a radiator hose. I think we've got the last 5 or 6 in existence, so don't dilly-dally. You can probably find these in the aftermarket, I'm guessing, but they're not going to have these insulators on them. Yeah,
there seems to be quite a difference in aftermarket radiator hoses versus the OEMs. It seems like the OEMs are always, you just feel them and they feel much more durable, yet soft, but I don't know. You can just tell with the rubber, it's not rigid.
Right, and these have all the markings on them. It's got the Nissan logo.
Yeah, now, this is for KA 24.
Yeah, that's right. What else do we got here, Russell?
Clamps.
Oh yeah.
So these hoses, we've talked about clamps before. Power steering clamp. Now these fit just about anything Nissan
that you want to put it on.
Yeah, anything you want to use it for. It's got this small hose. And then also the radiator clamps. Now we think that these are absolute trash, these worm gear clamps.
They're good in a pinch if you have no other option.
Yeah, these are I need to get to my house repairs. But these types of clamps are really great. They will last you forever. They will keep your hose from splitting at the seams.
Yeah, I mean I've got, on my cars, my older cars especially, have these on there.
Yeah.
And just over time, you'll start to see them dig into the hose, and they'll come through these little notches in here. Yeah. And then you'll snug them up,
you have to keep snugging them up.
And then they just go.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And I think they look sort of obnoxious if you've got them on all the hoses under the hood.
Right. Yeah. Especially if it's a really small hose and you've got this thing cranked all the way down. It's got this long pigtail on it.
Yeah.
So good in a pinch.
Yeah.
Emergency situation. But if you have these OEM ones available to you, you want to keep it looking nice. Don't cut corners if you got a show car. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Something nice.
Links to all this stuff in our description, guys. A while back, we talked about the Silvia hood emblems, which is a gorgeous emblem. We have them in black and red. We were getting some sort of discrepant information from Nissan. Is discrepant a word? They're discontinued. They're on back order. They're discontinued. We didn't know. It looks like, at least for the time being, they are available.
Yeah.
We got a bunch in stock. I did check Nissan's inventory on both of these, and they have plenty of them all over the country. So if you have been waiting on getting some of those or interested in them, order them up. This is one of the emblems that I've definitely had people order that don't have an S14. They just want to collect Silvia badges.
It's just cool looking. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. S14 owners, if you need a new shift boot, this week we're going to have these on special. $172.39 plus shipping. This is the bezel, the gear shift, decal, the shift boot itself. It's the whole kit and caboodle. We got a bunch of these on the shelf, so if you order it, it's going to ship right out. You're not even going to have to wait on it. But that'll be available at that price for a week.
Okay, 1 week only.
1 week only. Yeah.
Awesome. Up next, we have the 118 key.
Yeah.
This works on all kinds of stuff. I got some extras made for my 92 Pathfinder, S13, S14. I mean, I can't even go through all the ones that this fit. When we discovered these were still available, we couldn't get them in fast enough.
Yeah.
And I remember Eric, people ordering these keys just one at a time, stack of paperwork. It was pretty funny to see him deal with these keys.
It was pretty unbelievable.
It was. It was like crazy.
And we've talked about this before. If you go back a year ago, 2 years ago, we probably talked about this exact same thing. But it was in the middle of a snowstorm too, and we couldn't even get freight. You remember that?
Yeah.
So the orders were just backing up, and Nissan contacted me and was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, why do y'all need these keys?" And they were like, "Well, we're gonna have to get a bunch manufactured because we don't even have this many in the pipeline." And yeah, it took a while to get out of that mess.
They still kind of do that. When we order a large amount of something, they freeze it. And
all the time.
Like, hey, why do you need this many?
All the time.
It's like, don't you want to sell them? We're selling them for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
Nice stock rubber-headed key.
Yeah.
And then the last thing on the table, the ever-popular Nismo open-ended lug nuts. We got a few left on the shelf. We can get more. I think we've got maybe like 8 on the shelf ready to go. So if you get your order in, they'll go out the same day. Yeah. If not, if we run out of those, we can get them in a couple of days. These are on the website. They're normally $99. Let's take $10 off these.
Yeah.
We'll knock them down to $89 for the set.
Yeah, obviously very universal. These will fit just about anything. With aftermarket wheels, they will not fit the LMGT4 wheels. They require a very skinny, narrow nut to go in there. So don't order these and get too excited that they're going to work for those wheels. If you are a truck owner, you got 6 lug, gonna have to order 2 sets. Unless you can get a couple of your buddies to jump in, then we'll help you out. We'll figure something out for you.
Right.
But I'm not going to do the legwork on that one. New merch. You saw our What the Truck Wednesday video. You see the new shirt that I was wearing, new flag. You can buy this stuff on our website. Link in the description. I'll say it 15 times in the video. But you can also win some of this merch.
How did they do that?
Just comment.
Okay.
Get in the comments. We love feedback. We love hearing about what you got going on project-wise, what you want to see from us, things like that. This week's winner was Kanga Motorsports, who I haven't really heard a lot from lately, have we?
Yeah, he's placed an order.
Talking to Tom.
He placed an order, and he had a move, and he wanted to make sure that we had his correct address.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Well, glad you're still around. I know you comment on the videos every now and then. You like them, and I see you on Instagram. So it just seems like I haven't mentioned Kanga in a long time.
It's been a bit.
Go check out Kanga Motorsports on Instagram, guys.
I do have one shout out, and this is actually an event.
Okay.
June 22nd through 24th. If you are into Datsun Roadsters and you're in Northern California, you want to check out MountShastaRoadsters.com. They've got an event coming up. And I just found out about this because I was looking for Roadster parts, and I went through the channels and landed up there.
That's cool.
And so they have a pretty good turnout for that show too. So if you want to go to Shasta, California, you got a nice event there if you're into the vintage Datsuns. Not just Roadsters, they had all kinds of stuff, 320s.
Speaking of Roadsters, and you'll like this. So yesterday, picked my middle kid up from track practice. We're heading home. We're heading down a road that's straight and kind of downhill. And up the hill comes a silver Roadster. Tops off. Nice. I mean, it's a beautiful day yesterday.
Yeah, the weather was nice.
And he goes, "What is that?" And I said, "That's a Datsun Roadster." And he goes, "Man, I want one of those." And I was like, "Yeah, they're cool cars." And I thought you'd appreciate that he really like it. He's really into Porsches and things like that. Old European cars he thinks are really cool. But I guess he's never really paid much attention to the Roadsters. You don't see a ton of them on the road.
Probably the first one I ever saw, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah. So thanks for checking out the video, you guys. Make sure you subscribe, like the video if you appreciate what we're doing. That's the only way we know.
Yep. And leave a comment. Leave a comment.
Yes.
You might win something. And go back to Wednesday, check out our What the Truck video. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back next week.
Take care.